TM Nerdy and Biggie Shaq's High Five Commandments. We're back. You're back. TM's here. I am going to go first. TM, you got anything you want to say to the masses before we start?
No, I just want to thank everybody for checking out the Hot Five every week with Biggie and I.
Hell yeah. All right, man. We're excited about this, so let's get her going. What up, GT Key? Good to see you. We got some down the roads. We actually have friends that ain't smart asses and like to share books besides Cherry Pop and Benny Compton. But we got Avengers 11 early Spider-Man appearance. This is a detached cover. Don't mind that. This is the first time the Avengers met Spider-Man. Avengers number 11. I've seen this on some lists, not favorite covers, but I think this is a fantastic cover. And it's a very important book. So I like it a lot. I think this book particularly is overpriced for having missing pages and chippy ass paper on it. But Avengers 11, Spider-Man with the Avengers. That's my first book. All right. And we're moving on down the list. What up, Benny Blanco? Good to see you. All right. So, Web of Spider-Man 114. This is a cameo of Ben Reilly as the Scarlet Spider. So, if you ain't got the 118 price point, you don't want to spend $100 on Scarlet Spider. You could get this. Now, it ain't him particularly looking like Spider-Man or Scarlet Spider, but it is the cameo of him being Scarlet Spider, I guess. He's actually calling Aunt May, and he looks like Spider-Man. So they call this the cameo of Ben Reilly as Scarlet Spider. Not a lot of people know about this. Very cheap book. You get this for like $5, $4, $3, $2, $1. So yeah, if you're a Scarlet Spider collector and you want to get something cool Scarlet Spider wise, this is kind of a cool book to get. So could be linked to the Noir. What do you call it? Spider-Man Noir? Yeah.
Yeah, Spider Noir.
Spider Noir. Thank you. All right. So the next book on this list, Canadian Survivalist. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. What am I doing here? Yes. So I showed you the Avengers. I've showed this book before, but sometimes I got to reiterate because you guys have short memories for some reason. I don't know what it is about us, but if it ain't in your face right now, you forget. So X-Men 35, first appearance of the Changeling. Spider-Man first meet up with the X-Men. X-Men are coming to the MCU, and Spider-Man is going to meet them. So I love this book. I think this is the better pick out of the Avengers 11 and X-Men 35. I like the whole Along Came the Spider title at the bottom. We found out last time we showed this isn't a Jack Kirby cover, even though it does look very Jack Kirby-like. I forget who did it, but I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So another Silver Age book for the list. All right, now this next book I actually have on my wall. Oh, we got Rad Arts. Congratulations to Rad. He just got an X-Men 50 Todd McFarlane signed slab. So doing it big over there at Rad Arts.
Spawn 50.
What I call it, X-Men 50 shit. Spawn 50.
Yeah, I think it was because you're talking about X-Men.
Not the original Star Trek had 81 episodes. All right. Goofy Goober, good to see you. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? Yes. I actually have this one on my wall because Doc Mancaves is a good pal of mine. Let's see. And I'm a big fan of this character. Amazing Spider-Man 19. The first Matt Gargan turns into Scorpion in ASM 20. Bang. Beautiful fucking book. I love this. Ditko banger art, man. Beautiful book. 1964. Amazing Spider-Man 19. Yes, yes, yes. First Matt Gargan. New Spider-Man, guys. All right. If you don't believe me, it's right there. You see it up By my head, right there. Yeah. All right. One more book for Biggie, and I got some after TM's list. All right. Now this one is not cheap, but you can get it under like 2,000 freaking dollars. All right. Um, not a lot of that's pocket change from me and TM. I think we got that in our couch, just jingling around, a couple thousand, no big deal.
Yeah.
1940 DC Comics. They're saying this is the second Lex Luthor. Now, this fat guy, bald Hammond-Egger, that is not Lex Luthor, but does look like very like modern interpretations of Lex Luthor. It does kind of look like him. Now, this book has multiple Lex Luthor stories in it, I'm told. Haven't read this book yet. Thinking about doing it on book club, but it came out before Action 23, which is credited as the first Lex Luthor. As of right now, Action 23 is what CGC would say is the first Lex Luthor. On this slab, it says second appearance of Lex Luthor. We had a full discussion about this on Collector Club. It could be anachronically, that's the way it was supposed to be, but publication date, this is came out first. And this is a conserved copy, all right? So conserved is a little bit better than restored or incomplete. So first Lex Luthor, Superman's main bad. You can get for about, anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 in a low grade, but could you imagine having the first freaking Lex Luthor? Arguably, Action 23 ain't much more expensive. You can get that for around under $5K. So I watched these things. This ain't like Batman. Batman and the Joker first appearance is a lot more expensive than this, but a single-digit Superman, beautiful cover. This is a big boy Grail book. If you got the dollars and you could swing it, I say go for it. That's my last book. Putting y'all on game.
I will say this about the book too, like that. I'm pretty sure early on there was a time and period where Lex Luthor did have hair. Early on in the comics, and that it was later on that he lost his hair due to an experiment. I think you guys read that on book club as well, and so that definitely is not Lex Luthor on the cover.
Right. What up, madam? Good to see you. And we got Doozle. Good to see Doozle. All right, so we're going to start off TM with a fresh book. Let's go, TM. Give it to him, brother.
All right, so I've been bringing new books every week on the Hot 5 Commandments that I feel like may make a hit. And Mask, I forget it's an acronym for something, and that it is coming to Image Comics. It's coming on what day? Oh, I don't have it written down. It's probably on here though. It comes on sale June 3rd. It says there. June 3rd, it'll come out, and that, so it's a while away, so you can pre-order it now. But Robert Kirkman over at Image Comics, he has his publication over there called Skybound, and he is buying up his childhood, most of your guys' childhood, and having fun in a playground with it. He did it with Transformers, he did it with G.I. Joe, and he added those two properties together. Well, he's now acquired the rights to Mask, and he's going to add that to his Energon universe as well, where it'll cross over with Transformers and G.I. Joe. So any Mask fans out there, I know it hasn't had a comic in a while. I think the last time it did was a short run over at IDW. But people that grew up with this cartoon, because I know this cartoon and the toy line came out in the 80s. So this might hit. And plus, it has more than just this cover. This is like what do you call it? I don't know what kind of cover that is. I forget now. It's
a wraparound.
Wraparound. I can't believe I can't think of this name. But they also have covers by J. Scott Campbell, Cedric Poulat, and Mark Spears coming for Mask #1 too. So you have a selection of covers that you can buy from, not just this one, but I do feel like this book is going to fly off the racks and be pre-ordered, and you may see it sell out and get a second printing. So you may want to pre-order this, especially if you are a fan.
Interesting pick. Now, who is that Kirkman? Like you said, yeah.
Yeah, Kirkman. I'm not sure if he's writing it, but yeah, he did get the rights for it and is just bringing it over. That I think it's going to be Dan Waters writing it.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So I brought this one to the book club before, or the book club, the Hot 5 Commandments before, and it has died down. The reason why I'm bringing this is due to the fact that the book does not have heat on it. It did when they first initially announced that they're doing a Brave and the Bold with Batman in an already established world where the Robins have already happened, where Dick Grayson is Nightwing. You already have Jason Todd. You already have Tim Drake. So the character that's going to be the Robin in this movie, The Brave and the Bold, is going to be Damian Wayne. And this is Damian Wayne's first full appearance. The movie is still coming. The project is still coming, so we just don't have a casting yet. So now's the time to buy this because the book has gone down. He's a really cool character. He's not my favorite Robin. He's my second favorite Robin. Tim Drake being my first, but he's still a really cool character in the comics and that. So this is the first appearance of Damian Wayne. I can't believe it's only going for $20. Now there is a discrepancy on this book. People say 655 is the first appearance. It's the first cameo appearance in 655, and this is the first full appearance in 656. And I can't believe it's going for only $20. Now's the time to buy this, guys. Not when it's high up in price and that, like it was a year ago. It's going to go back up in price when the movie is announced and we actually have a script finished. But until then, now's the time to buy this while it's low.
Nice.
I think you're. Oh.
All right.
All right. This is just a fun book that I brought, and it's a Golden Age book. I think it's a Golden Age.
It don't say. I can't tell off the top of my head.
It's a 10 center to say the least, and it's the first appearance of the Beagle Boys, and we have a DuckTales remake being in the works, and like they were a big villain in the DuckTales cartoon. I think it was the DuckTales cartoon. Yes. Big villain in that. They really got established in that. This one, they all look the same in this book, and they have a 10-page story about the Beagle Boys in this book. It's a fun read. I actually did read the book, and it's a fun read. But the Beagle Boys, we all grew up with cartoons and stuff in the 90s. I think that was the late 80s and stuff. But reruns, I watched it too. Knew who the Beagle Boys were. And for a Golden Age, Golden Age book, I think it came out in the Golden Age. This is a cool key for $34 for a first appearance of, yes, they're villains, but they're still really cool villains that made an impact on their childhood. And so I thought I'd bring this one just for a fun book this week because it's going for so cheap. Like it's a 4.0. I get that. It's not a very high copy, but $34 for a first appearance of characters that made our childhood. Can't go wrong with that.
No, Beagle Boys were awesome. Hope they got Mob Beagle in there. I would imagine they do.
They're in this one. They don't get really established into different characters until the animated cartoon DuckTales.
Oh.
They all look the same in that book. All right, so you guys all know that a big book came out this week. I'm not sure if it's big. I'm not sure if it's selling that well, but everybody's talking about it because they're all fans of Scotty Young. And Lobo came out this week, which is Scotty Young's first DC writing credit. But what is Scotty Young's first writing credit, period? Scotty Young's first writing credit is in this book right here, and that's Deadpool Team Up 883. Very, very cheap. You can get this so cheap. $14.99 for Scotty Young's first writing credit ever. That's not writing credit over at Marvel, writing credit over at DC. This is writing credit, period. Is this book right here. This is his first writing credit. And that, so if you're a fan of Scotty Young, which a lot of people are more fans of his art than his writing. Huge fan of his writing. I absolutely think, like, nothing wrong with his art. It's just chibi is not my kind of style of art. And that art is subjective. But his writing style is for me. I absolutely love his writing style. So I'm a huge fan of Scotty Young's writing, and this is his first writing credit. Another book that I thought I'd bring to shout out Scotty. We have a friend me and Biggie both have a friend that is really close with Scotty Young and stuff, and we hear him talk about stories about Scotty Young all the time. So I want to shout out Scotty Young because he's just a great guy to our friend.
Hell yeah. Damn right. So we got one more for TM. My bad.
One more.
That's right. This is a good one too, guys. All right.
Not showing up. Oh, there it is. All right. So I scrambled on this because Geek Collector did put out a list of Spider-Man books that you should be after the trailer dropped. Yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before the trailer dropped? And it was a great trailer. Absolutely love the Spider-Man trailer, Brand New Day. I'm super excited. It still stands at my number 3 most anticipated movie of this year. And I'm excited. There was a voice. Now, this is where speculation definitely comes in because there's nothing confirmed about this. And we don't even know if it was his voice because there's speculation that it wasn't his voice. But if you've grown up with Spawn, if you grew up with Gargoyles, if you watch Hazbin Hotel, you know Keith David's voice. You know Keith David's voice, and that was Keith David's voice talking to Peter, talking about mutation. And I feel like he is going to be playing a character that is well known to the comics, and that is Ezekiel. I know Ezekiel did show up in that terrible Madam Web movie as the villain, and that, but we'll just push that aside because that's not canon to what's going on in Brand New Day with Spider-Man. So I decided to bring the Amazing Spider-Man 30. This is the first appearance of Ezekiel. It's also the first appearance of Morlun, a member of the Inheritors and a neutral predator of the Spider Totems, which I do feel like they're going to delve into the Spider Totems in this movie due to the fact that he is mutating. He is mutating. He is going to become Man Spider. If not in this movie, the next movie he's definitely going to become Man Spider. And then later on down the road, he's going to become Venom because they are setting up a trilogy of movies with this Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man Brand New Day is setting up a new trilogy. So we're expected to see this one, a movie after this, and a movie after that. And I do feel like they're setting up the Spider Totems. And I feel like Keith David is a perfect choice to play Ezekiel in the movie. If it is him, like I said, this is all pure speculation that it could be his voice and he could be playing this character, but nothing has been confirmed. So keep that with a grain of salt. But this book is only $20 for the first appearance of Ezekiel. Aside the fact that he was in Madam Web and he was a terrible character in Madam Web, that whole movie was a mess. Push that aside. In the comics, he's a great guy. He's a great mentor to Peter Parker, Spider-Man. So I decided to bring this one for my last pick of the Hot 5 Commandments. Thank you guys so much for watching this week. And thank you, Biggie, for just being you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. Was the first hand on any of those fucking lists?
Yeah. The first hand, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna show it anyway because I got it queued up. If you guys ain't aware and you don't watch those lists, like me and TM try not to, we just watch them so we don't show the same thing. I guess this made a list, but Daredevil 174 first appearance of the hand, Frank Miller cover. This book's gonna be a nuclear rocket because it's definitely in Spider-Man. A lot of stuff's going on. We've already talked about over here. We've showed First Scorpion and all that other stuff, but yeah, this book might be able to find it in your short boxes at your LCSs. If your LCS owners haven't got to it yet, you might get it on a deal. And I have some new comic book day books that Patel showed me. Let's see. I told him I would share them with people. So let's do that for a second. This is the AF-15 Super Creep Show homage.
Yeah.
That's a hottie right now. Grab that.
Yeah, that just came out this week.
Amazing Spider-Man with the FF homage, Doctor Doom hand on the cover. The new Spider-Man, looking cool. And the Dead Teenagers, which me and TM's talked about before, being interesting. Patel grabbed that also. And one more thing before we go. I think that Comics the Magazine is very interesting. Me and TM and Becker talked about that for shit. It felt like all day that one day after it came out. Tell them your little story about what you wrote them, TM.
Oh yeah, well, I won't say what I wrote them, but in a potentially, which it's probably going to happen, in a future issue of Comics the Magazine, you may have you may see my name in the letters page. We'll just say that.
Is there a Comics the Magazine 0 too, by the way?
I don't think so. I think it's just number 1.
Some reason it popped up. Comics to, oh my gosh. All right, so just because I just learned about this now, this must have been like one of those 1 in 1,000 or some crap. Comics to Magazine 0, Rob Guillory interview collector's item. Yeah, so I think this is the before
Oh,
number
go
1.
down a little bit.
Yeah.
There was a date.
Oh, no,
September. No, that's okay. That's
yeah, it's Wizard. So there wasn't that many of these, but they did have a special variant to number 1 too, which was stupid expensive. So here's the regular ones. Maybe it'll pop up. There's issue 2 coming soon. Maybe if I type in 1 in 1,000, it'll pop up quicker. Oh, there it is. So they had this Savita Shabina limited. That's about $100 book, and that's pretty.
Can I say something about this cover?
Sure.
Like, I like it. I do like it. It just, to me, it just doesn't make sense considering that it looks like a Halloween cover. I'm just like, why would you put that? I don't know. It's just, it looks like a very Halloween-esque cover and stuff, and would have been better to have that cover come out later on down the road. But it's a nice cover. I really do like the cover.
What up, Who Dat? Good to see Who Dat. I'm a big fan of this. I feel like this comic magazine is going to have stuff pop up later as keys. And if you could get some of these 1 in 1,000s at a good price, I would say go for it, because I think they're cool, man. I think this book's going to be cool. It has a good sense of humor to it. It's got a lot of good things going for it, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to get me one, and I only get Marvel and IDW at my shop, so I'll probably have to order this online. But I'm very interested in this Comics to Magazine. So that's what we got this week, guys. We're gonna wrap up tomorrow night. Collector Club will join together. You know, you got guys like me, TM, Bleecker Street Comics, Who Dat pops up, Alan, the comic collector geek, Matt likes comics. We've been getting Steppo last couple episodes, and there's a rumor out there, word on the street is that the Banger Universal Champion is making a comeback, and Doc Mancaves should be showing up Friday night. So it's always a good time when Doc comes around. You got anything particular you want to shout out, TM, before we go?
I did have a new comic book day book haul that I did put it in 2 parts in that, because it is quite long. Like when I was done filming it, it was like 29 minutes. So I chopped it into 2 parts and that, just to make it shorter for you guys and stuff. But I do have 2 parts out now of my comic haul, part 1 and part 2. You can watch those at your convenience. I also dropped another video last night. It's not my video. It's a clip that I took from something and put it on my channel and stuff. I did get their permission, so please go check that out and stuff, because I just like what they said in that clip, Coy Jandro and Greg Alba. So go check that out. And other than that, keep a lookout on my channel, because next month at some point I will have 2 big books that I will be obtaining and I'll be showing off on my channel.
Oh, nice. One more thing pertaining to speculation. So the 2 lists that I kind of is on my radar and I'm trying to watch is what up, Sales Boy? Good to see you. Cover Price and Key Collector, and they're 2 different lists. Now, I watched a show and they had Route 51 at number 1. I don't know if it was in a particular order, but it seemed like that was the number 1 book on their list. So I went to eBay and I looked, and there was 20 books sold. I don't know how a few books being sold at $20 is your price point now. Whenever it seems like they're taking the numbers that they're selling to LCSs and factoring that in to make it seem like a hotter book than what it is. It's a Mad Caves comic, and Mad Caves has ties to Comic Tom Marino. And when I looked at King Conan's past sales in the last 3 or 4 days, it was 55 plus. And it might not have been sold at $20, but there was way more issues of that. And these lists can't factor in when people go to LCSs or cons and buy the back issue comics. So I'm trying to learn and figure out what the hell makes this list a list. And I'm trying to keep track of what the hell's going on. And that seemed a little weird to me. So I just wanted to shout that out. We're going to get out of here though. See you tomorrow night. Go check out TM's part 2 and we'll see you later. Stay freaking nerdy and hashtag enjoy.
Biggie. Biggie.